Good morning and Happy New Year, Swati Be Mai. It's our first video for the year. We're in lockdown again, so which is sort of what the video is about. What's today, second or third, whatever it is, and we're back in lockdown or shutdown. Explain that a little bit. Yeah, we've had a huge COVID outbreak just before Christmas and New Year's, swept across the country. I think about 50 out of 70 provinces are now in COVID, all sorts of restrictions and things, which is really frustrating because we were over it. We had got to the end of the tunnel. We could see the light. It's quite, Thailand was all but finished with COVID, I think I did mention it in other videos. We were coming into 2021 or 2021 with, all but ready to go sort of thing. So we're back in levels of shutdown all across Thailand. To explain that, there's a national government that takes care of all of Thailand. There's provincial governments. There's 70 provinces, and each province has its own government. And then you've got like your local council, your local borough, whatever you want to call that level of government as well. And they all instigate COVID measures or shutdowns and things. The national one might say, right, as of today, all bars are shut or something. Or the provincial one will say, no, as of today, all bars are shut in our province. Or even the local one, which is what's happened to us, Banglamung local area, it has shut down, which includes Pattaya. We're under a level of lockdown because there's been a major outbreak here in some underground gambling den. So it gets a bit contradictory. You'll read on the news, this level of shutdown is in place, but then that contradicts the local level of shutdown. So it can be a bit of a confusing exercise. But rest assured, most things are shut. So we're going up the road now just to get some groceries. And part of that is to see where we're at with the lockdowns. What is open, what's shut. At one stage, the shopping malls were shut and restaurants were shut, but then they reopened restaurants, and then so it's very very confusing. We'll see what we can find. I think at the moment you can go to the shopping mall and go to the supermarket, but everything else in the shopping mall will be shut. Restaurants can open, and they can sell beer and stuff, which just becomes a nightmare because the bar's shut, so everyone just finds a restaurant that sells beer and then tries to turn that restaurant into a pub. Guys will go there for 3 or 4 hours drinking. It just becomes a bit of a nightmare. All right, guys, we'll head up the road and we will investigate. So we're just on our way out. I just thought I'd stop and show you this. This guy's not having a good start to the year. This happened about 3 o'clock on New Year's Day. So as you can see, there's been a fire up here, This the 50-year-old British guy apparently on New Year's Day. And what he had to do, he had to climb down from his balcony down to the balcony below. He couldn't get back out of the condo. But that all happened about 3 o'clock New Year's Day. So that guy's year's not off to a great start. But they got here pretty quick, fire brigade, put it all out pretty quick and everything. So there's a bit of clean up to be done up there. So on our way up the road now, as I was saying, we're in a level of shutdown, and part of this trip out is to work out what level of shutdown we're in. It's had an effect on us already because Anne was supposed to start her barber's course tomorrow. That's all been canned and put on hold. It's not much use me trying to start my learning Thai course because all those places are shut, etc. So it's basically bars are shut. Trying to think what else. yeah, shopping malls are shut, bars are shut, anywhere where people can congregate is shut. So, as I mentioned, the this whole shutting down of bars and restaurants, it's like all these freaking alcoholic expats go into a bloody tailspin because they can't buy a drink. Yeah, so they shut down the bars initially, right, and then restaurants can still be open but can sell drinks, right? So all these, you know, alcoholic bloody expats who can't go 2 hours without a drink all find a restaurant that sells beer and move in. This is their new bar, right? And, you know, they'll turn up and 8 of them will turn up at 10 o'clock in the morning and buy a bowl of chips and drink all day, or try to. The last shutdown in whenever that was, March or something, Anne was actually working in a restaurant. And she quit because of it, because it was just becoming a freaking nightmare. Yeah, all these drunks would turn up at 10 o'clock and sort of, oh, I'll have a beer and I'll buy some food in a minute, you know, and they wouldn't buy any food, yeah, and then they'd get another beer, oh, I'll order some food soon, you know, and it's the girls selling them the food and etc. get in trouble. If the police turn up, all the waitresses will get in trouble. The owner of the business, he's long gone, he's not there, but he's instructed all the girls to sell beer to everybody, yeah. So yeah, it becomes a bit of a nightmare, and it gets abused, and 2 days from now it'll get shut down because it's getting abused, yeah. If these guys didn't abuse it, yeah, you could go out, you could get a meal, you could get a drink, and everyone would be happy. But yeah, because these guys want to have a 12-hour drinking session in a restaurant, it ruins it for everybody. But I mean, we're just looking around here. Hang on, I'll swing the camera around. It's quiet, there's nobody. The roads are empty. Where are you going to get petrol? We're going to stop and get petrol. So petrol at the moment, not sure if you can see that, 22.5, which is about what an Australian dollar is worth. So yeah, it's about $1 Australian dollar per litre for petrol. I'm not sure how that compares to Australia or something nowadays. But see, this is Thailand, right? This is what you get in the service station. The guy will do your windows. See, we're doing our back window, they're doing the front windows. It's all very good. You sit in your car, somebody pumps your petrol for you.
ไม่มีค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
ครับ
นะคะ
ครับ
ค่ะ
Okay, we're at the shopping centre, which as you can see is a whole lot quieter than it usually is. We're going to have a look inside the shopping mall. So they got a scanning camera that picks up everyone's temperature as you come in. We can just sign in as a couple. Okay, so it's temperature and mask check, all of that stuff. Okay, so food places are open. Oh no, yeah. So as you can see in the mall, all these these are all stalls that are shut, phone shops, all if you sell anything other than food, you're shut down. So yeah, that's a mobile phone shop, that's a a jewellery shop, a sunglasses shop, they're all shut. Okay, it's serious, KFC's shut. So the food court appears to be open, but very, as you can see, there's not a lot of people there. Anne was just saying this will most likely shut tomorrow, yeah. So that, or they'll be open for takeaway only. So, yeah, it's very confusing. So whatever the status is today, it'll change tomorrow, and it's getting worse, not better. Yeah. So there are some pluses. I have an electricity bill burning a hole in my pocket, and over there is the electricity people, so I can pay that. And usually there's a queue over there. You usually got to take a ticket and wait and to pay your bill. So yeah, there's no one there, so I suppose these shutdowns do have some advantage. No, you can't beat that for $2, can you? And Anne's, what do you get, Anne? Pork something. About same $2. So I think for $3 or $4 we have found our breakfast. So there's a big difference to the West and Thailand and stuff. As you can see, this is open and you can come here to eat and that sort of thing. A couple of places in the mall you can sit and eat and stuff. But 90% of the Thai population choose not to, right? Because there's a level of shutdown, 90% of the Thai population lock themselves at home voluntarily. They don't choose not to go out. Yeah, so rather than in the West, everyone, oh, it's my God-given right to go out and I don't have to wear a mask and everything. Yeah, here it's a completely different attitude. People volunteer to shut down. So, yeah, and that's why they get on top of it. If this all goes to plan, they'll be on top of this within a week or so. So, yeah, it's just different mindsets. I don't know. Don't really understand it sometimes. Okay, now we've made the big mistake here. We're going shopping on a full stomach, which is no fun. Because we don't shop with any sort of list or anything like that. Sorry. Yeah, because we don't shop using a list or anything, we basically use the impulse method, which is just, oh yes, I like that, put it in the trolley. So then if you go shopping with a full stomach, you don't buy anything. So these are all shut. Yeah, these are all closed shops, sunglasses shops, whatever. They're all shut. So, I mean, pharmacy, that can still be open. Banks, etc. can be open. But yeah, everything's pretty much shut. Alright, we'll get some groceries. So these places are usually a whole lot busier than this. You see, most of the people out shopping are Westerners. So, yeah, as I said, Thais sort of take it seriously and stay home. Get a baguette. That's $2. Not bad. So as you can see, they've got huge cake section and bakery section, and yeah, so it's you certainly can't go wanting for this sort of stuff. They look nice. Hmm. No, I like this one, chocolate eclair. So that's $2, right? So reasonably priced. That's on special. Hmm. So as you can imagine, the rice section of a Thai supermarket is pretty extensive. This is all rice. Now, I might have mentioned this before, some of the food stuff can be insanely priced, can be really cheap, or it can be insanely expensive. It's like, yeah, a tin of baked beans, $3, $4. All of this sort of stuff, you know, imported pasta sauce and all that sort of thing can be really expensive. So for $6 for like a little jar of pesto. $6. I mean, that's pretty, it's even more. Olive oil is more expensive than gold. $10 a bottle. Actually, I can't remember what it is at home. Some of this stuff. There's a tin of Lazada coffee. Yeah, normal 250 gram, whatever that is. That's 400. That's $25 for a little tin of coffee like that. Even more, it's $28 or something for a thing of Lazada coffee. So some stuff is just insanely priced. Other stuff is reasonable. And some of this imported stuff you'll pay a fortune for. So all this sort of stuff, soy sauce, you know, coconut milk, all that, that's all dirt cheap, yeah, because it's made here, etc. I'll show you the cheese section in a minute. That's just insane. Yeah, we've grabbed all our shopping. See, shopping on a full stomach, you don't buy anything. You go shopping when you're hungry, you come home with a trolley full of this really nice stuff. But anyway, yeah, so the whole shutdown thing is a bit weird. I don't know. The mall's open, food shops are open and you can dine in. Everything else is pretty much shut. Yeah, if you look up and down the streets here, it's just all shuttered up. Everything, all the streets are pretty quiet. So bars are definitely shut, restaurants are open. This is today. They're likely to make another announcement at lunchtime and it all changes. So, alright, we'll say goodbye. Yeah.
Want go to look at the beach or not?
Oh, alright, we'll drive along via the beach and take some footage, show you how quiet it is, but other than that, we'll say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Okay, bye
bye. Bye bye.
bye.
We'll have a look.
Happy New Year.
สวัสดีปีใหม่
ปีใหม่ค่ะ Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.